Hey, welcome to Graphic Policy Television, GPTV. Right on my hands is Shadows on the Ice, the 1972 Andes disaster. This is a fascinating read. It's by Frédéric Bertocchini, Thierry, Diette, and Pacal, Nino, published by a Black Panel Press. There was a movie when I grew up, I think it came out in the 90s. I think it was a 90s one, called Alive, that was about this story. So for those who don't know, it was about this rugby team in 1972. They were flying from Uruguay to Chile, and their plane crashes in the mountains, in the Andes Mountains. From there, basically, they have to survive. And the question is, how do they survive? They're in these mountains, like it's freezing cold temperatures. They have no food. The people searching for them think they're dead. They have to make horrible decisions, very difficult decisions to survive. And for those who've seen the movie Alive, and like it's been a long time since I've seen it, it's a fucked up story. It is, it's one where it will make you squeamish. It's cannibalism, lots of death, like very harrowing decisions are made, very like difficult decisions are made. It's one where this is like really truly a story of survival. So as I said, this happened in 72. This came out about the 50th anniversary. Obviously we're a little over the 50th anniversary, but it's to commemorate what happened, and it's like, as I said, it's a difficult story. What's interesting though is I remember watching the film, and I've seen it like once or twice, probably more than that, but it's a hard film for me to watch. Like I know I get physically ill watching it. It's like actually difficult to watch for me. The cannibalism, especially. The graphic novel does not tamper down any of that. And it's interesting is just the visual differences between the two. Is like I didn't have that visceral reaction in reading this as I did watching that film, and I think it's because you maybe see a little bit more in the film, or it's actual people doing it, actors doing it, as opposed to just pictures and just kind of like the more talking of the action than the actual, like, I think you might see someone going to bite it, but it's not like you're actually watching them bite it and swallow and all that, and cut it off and like it. So it's very interesting reading this after and having seen the film. Like the film is one where I've seen it multiple times. It's not one that I'm going to watch over and over and over and over and over again. Like I've seen it enough. But it's interesting, and like this covers that history. But I could definitely read this multiple times, whereas that film I would struggle to get through. I think this does a really good job of covering the events and really laying out there like the difficulty of the survival and what these folks did, and the emotional aspects of it. But still it's reading it. So like without the actors, I think there's a slight disconnect. It feels just more, I don't know, like the facts. Like it kind of sticks to the facts, if it makes sense, is not as much the emotional connection. I think that really comes down is like I don't have quite the emotional connection with this as like I do with the film. The art is really good. It's an interesting style. To me, it's very like 70s, 80s ish, maybe a little bit kind of more like a Sean Phillips, Brubaker Phillips kind of design or look to it. Like it's an interesting style. Like I really kind of at times felt like it was more of a 70s, 80s, and there's other times it felt like more like Sean Phillips' kind of art style. And none of that's bad. Like that's all really, really good. So like it's good. Like if you don't know the story, it's a great way to kind of learn the story and find out what happened. If you know the story, like I don't think it necessarily hits anything new about it. But overall, like it's just really well done. There's a little bit of an intro from some folks, but it's really kind of bare bones, basic storytelling. doesn't go flashy like, hey, here's other things to read, or here's some history and here's some facts, sort of. Nah, it's just really straight up the story. So interesting piece of history. So check it out. It's intriguing. Came out in January. You can go get it. You can go hit up your local shop, see if they can get a copy or have a copy. We got a link beneath this video. Put in your zip code to tell the comic shops near you. But go support Black Panel Press. We'll have links underneath this video as well where you can purchase this. There'll be affiliate links, so we do get a small percentage, and by doing that, you help support our site. And I want to thank Black Panel Press for hooking us up with this review copy. Really appreciate it, and of course, thank you all for watching. If you are into graphic novels, if you're into comics, check us out every day at graphicpolicy.com. We're on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, Tumblr, Instagram, TikTok, Mastodon, Threads, Blue Sky, all at Graphic Policy, keeping it nice and consistent. So until next time, keep reading those comics, and keep it geeky. Hey, thanks for watching the previous video from Graphic Policy Television. Just by watching, you help support our site. Thank you so much. Now, if you're watching these videos, you probably care about geeky things like movies, television, comic books, toys, games, video games, you name it. You can go and subscribe right now to our YouTube channel to stay in touch and catch all the new videos, or check out our website at graphicpolicy.com. There's a nice link on this end of the video. But as always, thank you for watching. Keep on rocking and keep it geeky.